Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into flexible workspace options in, well, one of the most dynamic business hubs globally, Singapore.
Yeah, and we're focusing in specifically on serviced offices, looking at two really iconic Singapore locations, Marina Bay, the financial heartland, and then the super vibrant Orchard Road corridor.
Right, and for this deep dive, our insights are coming from a fantastic source, moveandstay.com. They really know this landscape.
Oh, definitely. They've been doing this for, what, over 25 years now?
Yeah, helping business travelers, expats, anyone needing a place to work or stay across Asia, short-term, long-term. They've seen it all develop.
So our aim today is to kind of unpack what moveandstay.com tells us about Marina Bay versus Orchard Road, what makes each tick, and hopefully help you figure out which might be the better fit for your business needs.
I'm really looking forward to this. Because they feel so different, don't they? Marina Bay has that prestige, that global finance feel, and Orchard Road is just pure energy visibility. How does that translate into where you actually work day to day? Let's get into it.
Okay, so first up, maybe just a quick baseline. What exactly are serviced offices? Based on our source material, they're essentially ready-to-use workspaces.
Ready to use meaning.
Meaning they come fully furnished, fully equipped. Think desks, chairs, maybe filing cabinets. The idea is you can pretty much walk in and get started with minimal fuss.
Okay, so it's not just four walls and a floor. The basics are covered.
Exactly. And crucially, the package usually bundles in essential services. Things like utilities, your internet, phone lines are typically sorted. And often you get access to shared facilities too, like meeting rooms, printers, maybe a pantry or kitchen area.
That sounds way easier than setting up a traditional office lease from scratch. And I think you mentioned flexibility earlier. The source highlights that.
Absolutely. Flexibility is a huge part of the appeal because they're furnished and you can often get shorter lease terms compared to, those multi-year traditional commitments. It gives businesses agility. You can scale up your space or maybe even downsize much more easily. And in a fast-paced place like Singapore, that adaptability is, well, it's pretty valuable.
Makes sense. Okay, got the basics. Let's zoom into location number one. Marina Bay. You stand there, look around. The towers, the water, it just radiates major league, doesn't it? The heart of the business district.
It really does embody that image. The materials describe it as the place for businesses aiming to make a mark. It signals prestige, corporate power. It's where you find the big financial institutions, the global HQs.
A powerful address.
Yeah.
And the source points out some specific buildings there.
Yes, it flags a few key examples. There's Asia Square Tower 2, located at 12 Marina View. It's mentioned as offering a really good range of sizes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from like a single desk setup all the way up to space for around 45 people. And crucially, it's right near the downtown MRT station.
Okay, so easy access, suits different team sizes. What else?
Then there's the Marina Bay Financial Center, MBFC, at 8 Marina Boulevard. That one's part of a bigger complex,
Integrated.
Exactly. Retail. Lots of dining options right there. Super convenient for grabbing lunch or meeting clients without having to go far.
Work, meet, eat, all in one place. Nice.
And the third one highlighted is the Ocean Financial Center over at 10 Collier Quay. This one's noted for having really top-tier state-of-the-art facilities. And interestingly, a specific focus on sustainability. That's becoming a bigger deal for businesses, obviously.
Definitely. That green angle matters more and more. Okay, so looking at these places, what are the big advantages the source points to for choosing a serviced office specifically in Marina Bay?
Well, that flexibility we talked about is central. You've got options for tiny startups right through to larger teams, all furnished, flexible terms. And it's interesting, the data mentioned shows 156 out of 195 listed office spaces in Marina Bay are actually serviced offices.
Wow, that's a huge proportion.
It is, plus another 30 co-working spaces. It just shows how dominant this flexible model is there. That volume means you have real choice.
Okay, choice is good. But Marina Bay sounds expensive. How does the cost work out? Is it actually cost-effective?
Well, cost-effective here seems to mean more about simplifying finances and avoiding big upfront costs rather than being, rock-bottom cheap.
Okay. Predictability.
Exactly. Instead of shelling out loads for furniture, IT setup, and then managing all those separate bills for utilities, maintenance, cleaning, you generally pay one single monthly fee that covers most of it.
Right. Furniture, Wi-Fi, maintenance.
Utilities, the lot. It just makes budgeting much, much simpler.
We can see that. Less hassle, predictable costs, and speed. How quickly can you get set up?
Pretty much instantly. That's a major selling point. The spaces are ready. Think about all the time saved not dealing with fit-outs, furniture orders, IT installations.
Yeah, you just move in.
You move in, plug in, start working. And for important stuff like client meetings, they mention facilities like those at Marina Bay Sands offering high-end AV gear and professional support, so you look polished.
That professional image is key there, I imagine.
Mm.
What about the day-to-day running? Support staff.
Often included. Many serviced offices in Marina Bay provide reception services, someone to greet clients, handle mail. IT support is usually on hand if you hit a snag.
Okay.
And cleaning services, too. It's like having a built-in support team, letting your own people focus on, the actual business.
Taking those admin burdens away.
I see.
Sounds good. And getting around. Is it easy?
Super easy. Accessibility is fantastic. It's incredibly well connected by the MRT. You've got the downtown and Marina Bay stations right there.
Makes commuting simple for everyone.
For employees, for clients. And you can just walk out the door to find great restaurants, shops, or even just take a stroll along the waterfront. It adds to the quality of life,
Yeah, that work-life integration seems important. And the source actually quotes something about the image boost, right?
It does, yeah. It says, working in Marina Bay not only boosts your company's image, but also offers a vibrant work-life balance. It captures both sides, the prestige and the practical convenience.
Okay, that paints a really clear picture of Marina Bay. Powerful, prestigious, convenient. Now let's shift gears completely. Let's talk Orchard Road.
Great. The vibe totally changes.
Totally. Famous for luxury shopping, nonstop buzz, crowds. The source is having an office here puts your business in the spotlight.
And that makes sense, doesn't it? Because of the sheer visibility. Everyone knows Orchard Road. Setting up shop there, amidst all the big international brands and the constant foot traffic, it gets your name out there. It helps ensure your company is, as they put it, seen and remembered. It's immediate brand presence.
So if getting noticed is top of your list, Orchard Road seems like a strong contender.
Yeah.
What about making connections, networking?
The source highlights this, too. It's described as a real networking hub because it attracts such a wide range of people, not just shoppers, but professionals from loads of different industries.
Right, not just retail focus.
Yeah, not at all. It creates lots of chances to connect, maybe collaborate. It's a dynamic place where you might just bump into useful contacts. Plus, there are often events and gatherings happening in the area.
So maybe a more diverse, serendipitous kind of networking compared to the finance focus of Marina Bay?
That seems to be the implication, yeah. A vibrant mix. And then there's the obvious convenience factor of being surrounded by all that retail and dining.
Huge convenience, I'd imagine.
Massive. Need a spot for an impressive client lunch? Easy. Team dinner? No problem. Quick coffee break. Options everywhere. Need to run an errand at lunch? It's all right there, walking distance.
And that lively atmosphere itself can be a benefit.
It can be quite refreshing, yeah. Stepping out into that buzz can give you a bit of an energy boost when you head back to the office, a change of pace.
I get that. And isn't there something about future development there, too?
Yes, they mention the Ongbangseng redevelopment project. The plan is, apparently, to revitalize parts of Orchard by bringing in more mixed-use developments.
Mixed use like?
Like integrating retail with residential, hotel, and office spaces. So the idea is it could make Orchard Road an even more integrated and dynamic place to work and live in the future.
Interesting. So it's already vibrant, but potentially becoming even more multifaceted. Okay, so we've got Marina Bay, prestige, finance hub, sleek convenience, and Orchard Road. High visibility, retail heartland, vibrant energy, diverse networking. How does the source explicitly stack them up against each other?
Well, the comparison really focuses on those core strengths we've discussed. For location and vibe, Marina Bay is your prestigious, finance-centric address with those amazing views. Orchard Road is synonymous with luxury retail, high energy, great for making that instant splashy impression.
Depends on the impression you want to make, basically.
Pretty much. Then office amenities. Both are said to offer, state-of-the-art facilities, fully furnished spaces, professional support.
So similar on the basics.
Largely, yes, though it does note that Orchard Road spaces might offer a blend of, quote, luxury and functionality, perhaps hinting at a slightly different aesthetic or feel compared to the typically corporate style of Marina Bay.
Interesting nuance. The style might differ. What about the community and networking side, comparing the two?
Marina Bay is highlighted for that concentration of diverse industries, which naturally fosters collaboration and networking, often through organized events within the buildings or district.
Right. More structured, perhaps.
Possibly. Orchard Road, with its vibrant mix of local and international players across various sectors, is also presented as a great platform for partnerships. Maybe a bit more organic, driven by the general buzz of the area.
Different flavors of networking, it sounds like.
Yeah. So the conclusion drawn is pretty clear. There's no single best choice. It really boils down to your business priorities. Is it the prestige and financial ecosystem of Marina Bay, or the high visibility and energetic community of Orchard Road?
Makes sense. It's about alignment. So if you're listening and trying to decide, what's the advice on how to choose? What steps should you take?
The source breaks it down practically. First step, really assess your own needs. How big is your team now? How might it grow? What kind of work do you actually do need? Quiet, focused zones or more collaborative, open areas?
Right.
And how often do clients actually come to your office? That might influence the impression you need to make.
Good point. Understanding your own operations first. What's next?
Second, evaluate the office features carefully. Look beyond the address. Check the quality of the furnishings, the tech infrastructure reliable. Fast internet is crucial, right?
Right.
Is there good IT support?
Non-negotiable these days.
Absolutely. And third, and this is really important for growth, consider the future flexibility.
Right.
What are the lease terms like? Can you easily expand within the building if you need more space later, or even shrink if needed?
So building in that adaptability from the start.
Exactly. You don't want your workspace to become a limitation down the line. Pick something that can evolve with you.
That's smart. Thinking long-term.
And the source also adds, navigating all these options can be tricky. So talking to specialists, consultants who really know the serviced office market can be a big help in finding that perfect match for both now and the future.
Good practical advice. Okay, finally, looking ahead, what trends does the source see shaping the future of serviced offices in these prime spots?
A few key things stand out. One is an even bigger emphasis on flexibility and adaptability. We're talking spaces designed to be easily reconfigured, dynamic layouts, multi-purpose areas that can shift to suit different tasks or team sizes.
So the physical space itself becomes more fluid, not just the lease.
Precisely. Responding to how work itself is changing. Another big trend is sustainability and innovation. More green features energy efficiency, eco-friendly materials.
We saw that with Ocean Financial Center.
Exactly. And alongside that, more smart office tech things to improve efficiency, maybe manage bookings or environmental controls better. These aspects are becoming real draws for companies that care about their footprint and want that modern edge.
Attracting the eco-conscious and tech-savvy businesses. Makes sense. And how does all this impact business growth potential in these areas?
Well, it basically enhances the core value proposition. Serviced offices already offer convenience, professionalism, location. By adding more flexibility, sustainability, tech, they become even stronger strategic assets.
Right.
And things like that, Orchard Road redevelopment, creating more integrated environments, are expected to just make these locations even more desirable hubs for all kinds of businesses.
So these top-tier locations aren't resting on their laurels. They're actively evolving to meet future business needs.
That definitely seems to be the picture painted by the trends, workspaces becoming more sophisticated, more aligned with strategic business goals.
Wow, what a journey through Singapore's prime office landscapes. We've really unpacked the unique flavors of Marina Bay and Orchard Road, their advantages, their vibes, the communities they offer.
And the consistent thread, drawing from MoveInStay.com's long experience, is that the right choice is so individual. It comes back to deeply understanding your own business, your priorities, and crucially, your future direction.
Yeah, it's not just about finding an office. It's about finding an environment that genuinely propels your business forward and reflects who you are. So maybe a final thought for you to consider. As these serviced office spaces in Marina Bay and Orchard Road keep pushing towards greater flexibility, sustainability, maybe more integrated uses, how could choosing one of these evolving, forward-thinking spaces impact your ability not just to operate efficiently, but to attract top talent and really drive productivity in the coming years?
That's a powerful question. The link between workspace and strategic success is only getting stronger.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive today.
My pleasure. Always interesting to explore.